Welcome. Yes.
So, we don't allow any attachments to the phones.
Sure. Can I just hold my camera then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Yeah.
We don't want anything external.
Okay. That's okay. Okay. Welcome to the Chihuly Gardens. I will be removing from my gimbal. They want me to use my gimbal, but this is one of the more beautiful gardens here in Seattle, dedicated to the glass artist. So bear with me as I remove my gimbal. Okay, so gimbal removed, going handheld. Bear with me. So look at this, right underneath the Space Needle is this garden dedicated to the famous glass sculpturist Chihuly, who we've seen many times before. We've seen them in New York City's Bronx Botanical Gardens, which are the New York Botanical Gardens. He's appeared in many other places we visited. So let's walk around the garden specifically. There is like a museum part, but I can't really film inside. So let's go around the gardens. And as you heard in the beginning of the video, they don't allow gimbals or selfie sticks. So I'm going live handheld, so pardon the shakiness. I'll do my best to be as steady as possible, as much as a ninja as possible. Hey, Nick says you're a lucky individual. Indeed, yeah. Let's go. Nick is a top fan. Yes, you are, Nick. Thank you so much for tuning in so much. I appreciate you. Laureen says, I made it to the Chihuly Gardens. I did indeed, yeah. I'm so excited to be here. And we just came down from the Space Needle, so if you want to see that live video, watch the previous live video. But Chihuly, known for his amazing glass sculptures, a lot of them that imitate nature or complement of his artwork being displayed right next to nature. That's where it belongs. Caitlin, I was working in Seattle for 60 years, just moved back east. Not missing it at all. You're not missing it at all, Caitlin. Oh no. Hello, Adam. Do you like gardening? No, not particularly. Judith, nice to see you here. Ooh, we got Airstream Band. Look at that. The museum is fun at night too, Wendy. Whoa. It's open at night? That's kind of cool. I would love to come here at night. I've noticed there's a few things here open at night, which is rare for cities that are not as big as like a New York or a Paris. Lauren, thank you so much for nice to see you here. We have a 1,000-star goal on Facebook, so thank you so much for sending all those stars. I appreciate you. And on Patreon, star goal, 200 patrons goal. So stars, I'll be showing you some cool places in Europe. So stay tuned. If you want to travel to Europe without any of the hassle, planning, researching, booking, going there, walking a whole lot, taking trains, planes, boats, rafting, then you can become a patron and travel from the comfort of your own phone. This reminds me of the movie Avatar, by how kind of otherworldly it looks next to nature. For the World's Fair though, about 25 years or so, says Amanda. Yeah, so we are right now at the World's Fair grounds. Ooh, we have a good selfie opportunity here. Look at this. Have to go wide angle. Yeah, wide angle. There we go. cool selfie opportunity. Someone's playing classical music right behind the hedge. Lauren says, I'm jealous. I've been a Chihuly fan for years. Actually bid on a piece of one of his sculptures, says Lauren, that had been broken during the San Andreas earthquake, but was quickly bidded out. Wow, Lauren! Wow, you're such a big fan. You almost owned a Chihuly piece. That's awesome. Sorry to hear that you got outbidded. The art world can be rough, but I'm glad you're a fan. Hopefully I can do some justice by showing you around. What are those blue things supposed to represent, says Susie? Good question. I don't know. I think like weeds, maybe blue weeds. There's a lot of weeds here in Seattle. Wendy says, if you want nice food, any Tom Douglas restaurant shall not disappoint. Tom Douglas, I'll look into it. Thank you so much. Sandy says, well, howdy, Sandy. Shayla just became a member. Shayla, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you. It's a beautiful day. I'm so happy. It's so gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh my God. I gotta go find more views of Mount Rainier. So everyone, give Shayla a round of hearts. She just became a super urbanist via YouTube. Appreciate you. If you become a patron during the live video, do let me know as well. Lauren says the tall, skinny blue blades are supposed to represent reeds. You gotta check out Washington Park in Seattle by chance, says Adam. Interesting. Do let me know a little bit more. Are you in Seattle, Washington, says Valerie. Indeed we are, in the great city of grunge, coffee, gigantic tech companies, and also beautiful glass sculptures. The city, the Emerald City is its name because of the emerald green color of all its pine trees. At least that's one of the theories as to why it's called that. Some people say that was called because it was a allusion to Wizard of Oz. Most likely it is. Hey, Katie from London, England. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Phoenix Botanical Garden has his artwork too, says Max. Ooh, that's good to know. There's an exhibition in Palm Springs, says George. Yeah, Palm Springs seems like a good home for Chihuly as well. Lauren says, Seattle is gorgeous, but the hills are killer to do a lot of exploring on foot. Yeah. There's more music being played right behind the hedge. This instrument is definitely more odd. And this reed looks rather clenched. Hello, Silvio. Oi, tudo bem? I'll say hello, welcome in Portuguese. Ángel, bienvenidos a Seattle. Llegamos a la costa oeste aquí en los Estados Unidos. Bienvenidos, todo el mundo viendo en español también. Susie says, I'm not familiar with the artwork. Yeah. He's famous for being in a lot of botanical gardens. They're having some event here, that's why they're setting up now. I wonder what it is. But beautiful, beautiful ball. It's a nice ball. I want a ball like that. Who wouldn't have a ball with that ball? Amanda says, so happy you're in my city. Hey Amanda, happy to be in the city. I mean, I'm so lucky that my first full day here is sunny, and I'm loving it. So I so far love Seattle in the sun. We'll see how it is in the rain, because it is going to rain inevitably. Birdie says probably a wedding. Oh, really? Ooh. Oh, sorry. Who wants to crash a wedding? Do let me know. Says yes, you got lucky with the sun. Lauren says just a bit of Chihuly trivia. He lost an eye to an accident and was unable to blow glass himself. All of his pieces were designed by him and created by his wonderful team of glass artists. Thank you so much, Lauren. Yeah, so Chihuly, blind in one eye, lost the ability to sculpt himself because sculpting is very dangerous, of course, especially with blowing glass. You're working with liquid hot magma, you know, very, very hot material. And unfortunately, he was unable to do it. Lauren, if you have any other tidbits, do let me know. I don't know too much about Chihuly. I came here on a whim. I came here on a whim because the ticket to the Space Needle, there's a combo ticket to the Space Needle and Chihuly Gardens right next to each other for $54. I think you save about $5. So I ended up getting that combo ticket. Don't know too much about Chihuly. Came here on a whim. So if anyone knows more tidbits, do let me know. Susie says you crashed a few weddings. Yeah, in Santorini, New York City, St. Patrick's. And there was like a third one. I forgot what the third one was. Cindy says they do demonstrations in the Airstream when you were there in October. Ah, that's what the Airstream was for. Airstreams, which are the trailers that I showed earlier, those are famous for being in the Pacific Northwest. Lori says, I'm delighted that you are visiting my hometown. You might consider visiting the Chihuly Museum in Tacoma. Ah, cool, Lori. Let me know. I think Tacoma is within train distance. If I get, yeah, Tacoma's connected to the train network here. If I get to Tacoma, is it walkable? Can I see some of Tacoma walking around once I get there via train? Do let me know. And it's Chihuly within walking distance to whatever the train stops are. I'm very curious about Tacoma. I want to do at least one day trip here. I might go to Bainbridge. I might do a San Juan Islands are a little bit far, but I'll see what else is there. So do let me know. Staying in Seattle throughout after. Amanda says yes, you can take the sound. Okay, thank you for clarifying. So pardon the shakiness, so I am handheld. Wow, this one's breathtaking. Almost looks like a pine tree. Wendy says, yes, agree. Bainbridge is amazing and return at night because it's so pretty. Ah, that is a good pro tip. Lauren says, Chihuly is also one of the founders of the art glass movement in the US. And also was the founder of the Pilchuck School of Glass in Stanwood. It was absolutely the heart of the burgeoning art glass movement in the 1970s. Oh, wonderful, Lauren. Yeah. Very important artist. No wonder he's world-renowned, Chihuly. Lori says you might enjoy taking a ferry to Bremerton. Okay, Bremerton. Okay, thank you so much. Also walkable. My grandparents lived in Seattle and Spokane, says Stephanie. Oh, cool, Stephanie. So glad you're nearby. Adam says you can take the Sound Transit. Yeah, so this I'll be showing in the scheduled live streams this weekend. I'll be showing you more of the public transit options here in Seattle. We'll be riding transit. As far as I know, I can easily go in and kind of film. So stay tuned. Yeah, Seattle has one of the better transit networks in the US, up there with New York and Seattle. I mean, The other one being Boston, New York and Boston. And Philly also has a good transit system. PL says, I guess you were going to Washington State, though I hate these sculptures. They have them in my city. PL, yeah, that's funny. He is very popular. He's everywhere. Simon Garfunkel in the background, says Lauren. Yeah, someone's playing like a flute version of Simon Garfunkel. Will you be visiting Mo? I don't often do more because they don't tend to be too interesting to most people. But I do offer them for patrons. So patreon.com/urbanist, I do feature more museums as bonus tours. Can I go through here? Let me see. Ooh, there's a lot of these tiny little bugs. All right, let me see if I can go into the museum. Wish me luck. No, it's locked. George says, I love his work in the Bellagio in Las Vegas. Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool to hear that he's in the Bellagio. We found their transit system to be really convenient, says Sil. Yeah, Sil, it is. I'm surprised. It was so easy to get from Seattle Airport to the middle of Seattle. Very easy. The Flight Museum in Seattle is so much fun. I heard it's the second biggest flight museum. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Sil. It's the second biggest flight museum outside the one in Washington, D.C. So we saw the gardens. There's like an indoor museum exhibition. Let me see if I can sneak in. Bus is free to Whitby. What is in Whitby, says Wendy. I'm so glad we have so many PNWers. Cascadiers? How would you call the people from this region? Do let me know. Washingtoners? Oh no. Because this region is called Cascadia. Right. The mountain range is called Cascadia, or the Cascades. And then people here in the US usually know as the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. And then people also know it as the state of Washington too. So do let me know how you call yourselves. Washingtonians, thank you so much, Maddie. And yes, Seattleites. I like that word, Seattleites. I don't think I can go back to the museum. So this Airstream is going to be used. Oh, I love how the Space Needle looks like a gigantic UFO about to ascend into the skies. Just like Men in Black kind of steal the, I mean not Men in Black, the World's Fair in 1964 kind of stole the idea of the UFO-shaped building. Bella says, so happy you made it safe and sound. Indeed I did, yes. It was a very smooth trip, very smooth flight, and very smooth getting from the airport into Seattle itself. MDN says Washingtonians would be cute too. Yeah, I would like Washingtonians.
All right. Oh, all right. So we're gonna do the garden tour in reverse there.
So here's the glass blowing. So they do glass blowing demonstrations here. Okay, so Seattleites and Pacific Northwesterns, let me know what's the best way to see kind of nature here in Seattle. I don't really want to rent a car, so is it possible to see some nature via bus tours or train ride? Let me know. I'm very curious. Last case scenario would be to rent a car, but let me know is there any way to see nature. I want to see like the Pacific Northwest. It's like huge pine trees, and potentially if I find signal out there, show it on live video. All right, let me see if I can go into the museum. Joe says not too many vloggers in Seattle. No, very, very few vlogs in Seattle. Very few. Pat says light rails bus to go up to Mount Rainier. Wow. Beautiful. Cindy says, I hope you go Pike Place Market. Pike Place Market will be indeed covered, 100%. Stay tuned. 4 p.m. this weekend. 4 p.m. New York City time, 1 p.m. Seattle time this weekend. How are these lit? These, I think they have lighting above, and I think they have lighting in some of the sculptures. Cindy says, don't miss the flying fish. I will be sure to fish, yeah. Tena says, you can take the ferry over to Port Townsend and head over to Fort Worden. Lots of nature to see. Sally says, did you see the volcano? Yeah, watch the previous live video. Show Mount Rainier, which is the volcano. George says, perfect for my living room. It really is, yeah. That would be cool to have in the living room. So this is on the ship, and it's a really cool array of glass sculptures. Really well kind of put together, considering that these might be also separate sculptures, potentially. Adam says you can go Victoria, British Columbia. Yeah. I could, yeah. Joe says this is like a living acid trip. Well, Joe, oregano is indeed legal, fully, 100%. Anyone can buy it here in Seattle and in Washington, over all the states. And it's very easy to do so. So I can imagine under the influence of oregano, this would be a very interesting visit. Sally says you can buy all the oregano you want. Yep, you can. Maddie says oregano everywhere, like literally, yeah. Lisa says also in Oregon. Oh, seems that the PMW is the true free states of America. Lucy says I put oregano in my Italian sauce. Not that oregano, Lucille. It's the oregano that might want you to eat a lot of pizza and pasta. Matt says DL Chihuly is worth $10 million net worth. Wow. Oh, he's very well off for artists. That's amazing. Tammany says Seattle has great food for the munchies. Sally says it was so weird at first, and now it's just a normal thing. So I can neither confirm nor deny that I partook in the Seattleite ritual of going to a shop for oregano, and I can neither confirm nor deny how easy it was to do the entire thing. It was like going to Starbucks. It was that easy. It was mind blowing. This is beautiful sculpture. Wow. Just really blown away.
It is so
No worries at all. No worries. Eileen says, brag time. I met Dale Chihuly when he did an exhibit for the Jocelyn Art Museum in Omaha. I pretended to work for the museum and was his assistant for his workshop. He was so fun, but he's also so bossy in a good way. That's amazing. I can imagine he had to be bossy. He's a man whose art really speaks out. Sally says, have you seen Pike Place yet? I will be showing it soon. Stay tuned. I've been around, but not inside yet. Have you seen the Fremont Troll? Says so. No, not yet. I want to go because it's featured in one of my favorite films of all time. Let me know if you know what film I'm talking about. So another reason I kind of always wanted to go to Seattle, even though I never knew too much about, was because one of my favorite films was based here. So do let me know which one it is. It shows the troll. It has one of the best actors who went out too soon. Heath Ledger. What film is that? Stephanie says, press that like button. Yeah, the ceiling is spectacular. It is. Bella, look at that. So glass is protecting all the glass.
You gotta take a picture of that. Look at baby girl, look up. Baby, sweetie.
Dean says Sleepless Night. No, not Sleepless in Seattle either.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
I love the reflections like that. Eileen says the ceiling is a copy of the one in Omaha. Ooh, cool. Mireya says, Sleepless in Seattle? No. I'll give you more hints. Heath Ledger teams up with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It is based off a Shakespeare play. Tammany got it right. Tammany got it right. Yep, that's right. 10 Things I Hate About You. One of the best high school movies, in my opinion, ever made. Truly, truly amazing film, and it was shot significantly in Seattle. I gotta find out where the school was shot at, but the film does take place here. Tammany says, I love that movie, and you're quoting the song that was sung by Heath Ledger in that movie. I love you, baby. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Great performance by Heath Ledger. So the paintings were made by him by hand. Someone just mentioned that earlier. Thank you so much. So Lori says, if you want to experience the greenery of the state, I would recommend renting a car and driving to Snoqualmie Pass, an hour or so drive up the I-90. But there might be snow up here this weekend. Ooh, interesting. Wow, beautiful. Stephanie says, I have a doctor's call. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Stephanie, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And Mega Urbanist, I already have my first pack of 12 postcards that I'm ready to send out. And then I'm going to find more postcards for Super Urbanist. So stay tuned. Super Urbanist will be getting a postcard either from here or the second city I cover here in the US this April. Lauren says, where are you? I am right now in Seattle, Washington. Oh, this one's freaky. Look at the octopuses. Stephanie says, I think the postcards is, I think the post office is keeping my postcards. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm so sorry. That sucks that it hasn't arrived. I definitely have been sending it to you, many of them. So I think unfortunately you have not received them. I'm not sure why. Susie says, were those turtles? Yeah, they were indeed turtles. Tenna says it was the high school in Tacoma. Ah, thank you so much for clarifying. Okay, thank you. Adam says Leavenworth, Washington is a nice hidden tourist town for people from Seattle. Oh, cool. Thank you so much, Adam. Maria says, will you be showing the volcano? The volcano was shown in the Space Needle. Check out the live video right before this one. And hopefully tomorrow's also going to be good weather, so we'll catch, I think, another glimpse of the volcano. We are extremely lucky because it's not that common that happens. Stephanie says Mount St. Helens. No, we're referring to Mount Rainier, one of the largest volcanoes in the US. I think it's supposed to be bigger than St. Helens. Evelyn says, qué bonito, ¿de qué están hechos? Estos son vidrios, sí, cristal. Tammany says, how are you enjoying the coffee here in Seattle? I have so far had one. Here's Dale Chihuly himself making the painting, and then I assume he does more plans, and then that's how they blow the glass afterwards. Excuse me. Eileen says, you're doing an excellent job showcasing his work. Yep, that was the entire exhibition. They were okay with me walking around filming. Here's the gift store. Wow, cool. My ex-cousin-in-law worked at the Starbucks factory, says, Stephanie, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to show it if I can. Wow, this is a gorgeous gift shop.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love it.
Oh, wow. Look at these posters. Oh my God. Oh wow. Are these synthetic material? So I like sometimes buying these type of rugs. They're make for great decorations or to put other things like furniture, but I hate it when they're made out of synthetic materials like this one. Otherwise it would be so beautiful. postcards. No. Oh, there are. And here's the outside. Susie says, do you still collect tote bags? Susie, I have like so many, I kind of stopped collecting tote bags. But on occasion, when I see a very beautiful tote bag, something really unique, then I buy it. Was in Washington, D.C., I think was the last one. So that was Chihuly Gardens. I hope you enjoyed it, everyone. That was a great adventure through those beautiful gardens. Is there coffee nearby here? That's what I'm curious about. I hope you enjoy. I will be doing more videos around Seattle. One of the sculptures just dripped on me. Hopefully that's water. I'll be exploring Seattle all around. 1 p.m. Seattle time, Thursdays through Sundays, these next 2 full weekends. Then I'll be off to a different place. And then it'll be at 4 p.m. New York City time, 10 p.m. Western Europe. So thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I'll be doing random live videos as well, since there's a lot of great coffee shops and I don't know what I'll bump into when walking around. Who knows? So everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. Susie says, your voice sounds so deep. Must be the connection. Susie, here in Seattle, brings out my inner thespian. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. Nice to see you.